Tony is still waiting on someone to tell him that his burgers that he made were the best burgers they've ever had.
All of y'all already told me that shit was fire. Fuck out of here. All of y'all. First off, no burgers were burnt in the making of any of that. Not one.
Tony.
Not one was burnt.
I'm gonna call you Blackbeard Burn, something like that. Blackburn, yeah, dude. Them burgers
were not burnt.
They were cooked thoroughly. Okay, they were good. They just could have been cooked less.
And those are shitty frozen burgers. If I had a real, ground burger, fucking freshly made in a package. But nah, man.
What you should do is you should ammo bag this. You know what? I love ammo bagging. You should ammo bag this and attack Doughboy with it.
Well, since we're on the same topic with, jobs and shit like that, piggybacking off of it, telling people the truth, right? Like, if someone asks you a question, like, for example, if my wife asked me a question saying, hey, does this dress make me look fat? Do they really want to know the truth? Or do they want to know a lie and be like, no, baby, you look beautiful in that shit. Like, nah, it makes your ass look fat. Like, that shit look good. Like, do you tell them the lie? Or do you want to tell them the truth? Like, and that's just an example. Like, it doesn't have to be a woman. It could be, either sex or non-sex, whatever. But, would you want to tell them the truth, and would they want it?
So that's going to be very situational. My wife, if I don't tell my wife the truth, it's going to be a worse conversation down the road. So it's like you tell me, what you think, give me your opinion, and if you give me some bullshit line, and I know it's going to be a bullshit line, we're going to have words.
Damn.
So yeah, my wife don't play around when it comes to that stuff.
That's like a setup then.
Yeah.
If she could smell the bullshit, that means she already knows the answer to the question she's asking. This is entrapment.
Well, so okay, let's be fair. Is that question almost always an entrapment? Probably, because before they ask you that question, they're staring at themselves in the mirror in this clothing. They've already got their opinion formulated. It's like, okay, I know what I think. Let's go see if they agree with me or not without telling them what I think. And that's how the fight starts.
I think in general, people don't really want the truth. Like, even when you're like, when people ask you for advice on a situation, they don't want your advice. They just want you to sign off. They just want that cosign on whatever they're already thinking about doing. 90% of the time, that's why someone's asking for advice. They already know what they want to do. They just want someone else to say, yeah, that's what I do too. So they can just be like, cool. That's what I'm going to do.
So just be upfront with it. Like, I'll tell you straight up, like, yo, so do you want my cosign or you want me to tell you the truth? That's it. Now the ball's in your court. You tell me what I want to do. I can alley-oop it to you, or I can just dunk it. Like,
this is a weird episode because I agree with Tony once again with that approach to this. I think that is the best way to approach that. I think sometimes you just got to call people on their bullshit and be like, which one do you want the truth? Is that
you can't handle the
you guys
truth?
Are out of your fucking mind.
Yeah,
you're telling me that if your wife walks up to you and her hairdo is a little fucked and she asks you, yo, does my hair look fine? That you're gonna tell her, do you want the truth or do you want me to tell you what you want to hear? That is not the right approach. Okay?
It's not, because that's going to turn into an instant fight, because they're going to be like, well, that means you think it looks like shit or you think I look fat. I'm like, well, hang on. I didn't say that. And it's just going to snowball from there.
It sounds like it's a setup either way, though.
I think what you do is this is why God himself invented the white lie. Okay, there are situations where if someone could fix a problem, yeah, you stink. Yeah, your breath stinks. Yeah, your makeup looks a little bit, maybe you need to touch it up a little bit. Like whatever, like things that are fixable. Yeah, that outfit doesn't go. Maybe you should try different clothes on. Things like that. Like, yeah, I think those are fine things to be like honest about. And I think generally it's going to be received pretty well. Are you guys there?
Yeah.
Oh God, you guys froze! I swear to God, I said, "Yo, the internet went out."
Me and Mateo are in sync right now.
You and Mateo were looking at your phones. And I swear you guys are frozen. I was like, "Holy fuck!" No, I think in those situations it'll be received pretty well. But I think in like if it's things like, "Oh, do I look fat in this thing?" It's like the answer's no. Like whether
Yeah,
they
for
do
sure.
look fat or they don't look fat, the answer is no. Because what you're gonna tell them? Yeah, you look fat. Like
No.
that.
There's some sorry, so let's get down to real specifics here. There is some questions where I'm gonna not lie, but I'm not gonna tell the truth, right? So it's a white lie. If my wife tells me, "Hey,
No,
babe,
you're not.
do I look fat in this?" I'm be like, "In what way do you mean fat?" Like,
Oh my god.
What the fuck?
I'm gonna be like, "Is your ass fat?" Because yeah. Are you saying your stomach looks fat in this thing? When you turn that way, maybe. But if you look this way, you're gonna look great. Let's you know. But no, I'm not gonna tell my wife she's fat. Like, I'm not gonna tell her that. But
I don't think you'll do that. You're lying
To-
right now.
Emily's asked me questions before. She's like, "Hey, how do I
I'm
look?"
not saying that once in a blue. I'm saying that if you're telling me every time your wife asks you if she's fat, your response is fat in what way?
No. That-
You're fucking insane.
Let's define
no,
fat.
no.
Define
Nah.
fat.
She won't
I
even.
can tell you that I've been married for 8 years. I've been with my wife for over 10, I think. And she has never once asked me, does this make me look fat?
That's
Yeah, she's
great.
never asked me that same thing. Does it make me look fat? They'll ask me, "So how does this look on me?"
Yeah. That's an easier conversation to have, right? Because like Pucho was saying, like, okay, yeah, maybe that shirt doesn't go with those pants, or you should wear a different pair of shoes or something like that.
Yeah, no, and that's what I'm getting at. Like, she'll tell me that, and I'll be like, "Oh, it might look better with this." Because I ask her the same questions. I'll put an outfit on, and in my head, I'm looking for a cosign. But in reality, she's just gonna tell me what it is, and that's the relationship that we have. Like, she's just gonna tell me, like, "Nah, I think this would look better like this," or she'll make a face, and the face is an answer. Because no one can really, like, I can't hide my facial reactions as well as some others. Like, I'll just look and be like, and she has that in the way too. So I'll be like, "All right, so this doesn't look good then, right?" She's like, "No, do it this way." I'm like, "All right, cool." And he would go from there. But no one, like, we're not sensitive like that. So I'm also not gonna say, "Yeah, you look ugly as you're fat as fucking that shit." Like, I'm not gonna do that. That's kind of beast.
See, I think the only time I can lie is during games or for jokes. I think otherwise, you ask me a straight up question, my face will give me away every single time. Now, Cory
has a terrible poker face.
Now, Cory can co-sign though. Like, we're playing something like Secret Hitler that's all about social deduction. I can deadpan. I can get straight into the lying. But in everyday life, terrible poker face. Like, I'll give myself away every single time.
Yeah, the way the master move of mine to my wife's now gonna start looking out for this, but it doesn't matter because it's a control mechanism. The way you control your face is like, say you're playing video games and then someone asks you a question that you know, okay, this is something that I might like. I might make a facial reaction and give away like a feeling or whatever. Right? Someone's like, hey, blah 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 blah, and then it's like, you kind of just ignore the question for like 2 seconds to like compose yourself so that when you turn, you're already in like a deadpan mode, even if the answer is not like, oh, no, you look great. And, and they might look great, right? So it's like, oh, no, like, there was no need for it, but it's the safest way, man, is you fix your face before you go and confront a situation. I do this at work all the time. People ask me a question, and I have to think about like how I'm gonna talk. I'm like, all right, man, you got to get that ghetto out your voice. You need to like chill a little bit. All right, and it's like, hey, how you doing, Bob? And, you know,
Nah, yeah, I get it. Me, I'm a little different. I'm not gonna. Is he frozen?
He is definitely frozen.
So you could probably still hear me, right?
Yeah.
Yes.
My camera, I need to build a new rig. My camera does this thing to where it just disappears off the face of the map. And I have to literally disconnect it and reconnect it.
Nah,
Can take a quick time out here. We can.
that face looks amazing right there. That little
Yeah,
icon.
keep going, Tony.
So my thing
There we
is, when it comes to that, right? Like, just tell them on some things like that. Just tell them, they're like, yo, cosine or hertz. I think that's right there is what you need to say. Cosine or hertz.
Or hurts.
Because you're going to hurt their feelings if you tell them the truth, right? Their feelings are going to get hurt.
I think that gives away the game right at the start, though.
Oh, you want to be sneaky with it. Oh, okay. I like that, Mateo. Damn. Mateo,
It's not
we're
about being sneaky.
on
It's
a vibe
about-
right now. And I think it's because Doughboy's not here. I like this vibe.
Or are we blaming the Doughy brings all the negative energy? Is that what we're saying here?
Yeah.
He's gonna watch this. He's gonna be tight.
Oh, yeah, he's tight. He's tight.
I think I'm not. Maybe it's the way that you're wording it, because like I think for some situations I do that. Like sometimes my wife comes over and she starts complaining about something, and I have a tendency of going into like solution mode, where it's like, oh, this happened and this happened, and it's like, all right, well, hold on, because the first thing we could do this, and the second thing we could do this other thing, and like I'm trying to like solve problems, but sometimes she just wants to vent. So now my new thing is once I feel the conversation's getting venti, I'd be like yo, hold up 1 second. Do you want me to just listen, or do you want me to like help you in what you're talking about? And I'll just be straight up about that. And then she'll straight up tell me what she wants out of the conversation. And then I'll just kind of play it that way, because I find that sometimes I get into arguments like someone's coming to me to just complain about problems, and I'm telling them like, all right, well, stop complaining, like let's solve these things, like, and that's not the vibe that they're on. But they didn't communicate the fact that they were just coming and they just wanted to say their complaints without solutions,
Butcher, you just covered a big conversation that me and my buddy Josh have all the time, because we're both, from the IT world. We did help desk, we did sysadmin. He's in DevOps now, whole thing, right? We have a fixer personality type, and like we had there was just this revelation of like, oh shit, like we need to not do that in our personal life. We need to realize that people just want to vent sometimes, and they don't necessarily need you to try to fix every problem. And that's a hard habit to fix. And that exact thing that you said, like that conversational question right at the beginning, like, hey, is this a venting, or is this you want my help to fix something, is so useful with approaching that.
Yeah, I don't know how. I haven't done it too much in people that I'm less familiar with, but at least my wife knows my personality. That I could tell her like, hey, like I could basically give her that question, and she'll give me her answer, and I know that like no one's offended in that situation. Which I don't think anybody should be offended. Like there are times that people just want to vent. It's why people go on social media and put that they're having a bad day or something. They just need to get that out into the world.
That shit bugs the fuck out of me.
That bothers you? Or what other people do bother you?
No.
I thought you said you don't care about what other people do.
No. Like people who do that are the first ones to get mad when someone comments on it. That's my problem with this. If you're venting, you just found out your girlfriend's cheating on you, or your boyfriend's cheating on you, or something happened and you put it on Facebook. Once you put it on social media, now anyone can comment and make their judgments. Don't get mad when they judge it. That's all. And then they get mad. So my problems with these people are like, yo.
But why would you judge it?
Because it's on social media and I could do that now. I can now, if you put up there, I just fought with my wife.
Said, why would you? You're saying you do it because you can?
No, I'm just saying anyone could. I don't do it, but I'm saying that anyone could just go and, like, if you did it with Lacey, right? Oh, Lacey's acting crazy today. Got me all pissed off. I'm going to come out there, well, maybe need a new wife.
Right.
Right?
Why would you do that?
Because I can do that. I'm saying, like, anyone can do that. Once you put it on social media, anyone can do what the fuck they want now. At this point.
Like anytime someone leaves the house, like they're subjected to getting punched in the face by me.
Yes.
I could do that to anyone, but
yes.
I don't do it.
Just because you don't mean you can't happen.
Yeah, but like social media changes the dynamic in terrible ways like that. Like Tony is saying, like, I don't know, if it's like if someone told you, hey, I just found out my girlfriend's been cheating on me for the last 4 months or something. is your response in person going to be, well, sounds like it's time for a new girlfriend, or is it going to be like, my bad, dude, that sucks?
No, my response to that would be,
but on social media, people will do that nonsense of like, oh, well, you should have known that man was no good, or like some shit like that. And that's shit that like it. I don't know. Social media breaks people's abilities to recognize what normal conversation should be like, what normal responses to situations should be like.
Tony, he's talking
Not to
about
mention,
you.
no, I'm not making.
You're the person who's forgetting what a normal human response to a situation is.
No, I'm not
mention
because you can, like, it's okay.
No, I'm not saying I'm going to do that. I'm giving an example. Like, once you subject yourself to the internet, be prepared that anyone can fucking comment and say something that you might not like. That's all.
See, I have the opposite take. I think that people should be less shitty, so you don't have to think that anyone's going to comment and make some statements like that.
Yeah, just be. I mean, and it's mostly your friends that would say something fucked up in a jokingly way. Like that's, you know what I mean. But it's like, bro. First off, I don't put none of my beef business with my wife or my personal shit on social media like that. Like, there's people that be like, man, stressful week. I got that. Like, you looking at this point now, my comment to you is, yo, you want attention or you venting?
I think the biggest thing they're looking for is just somebody to relate and talk to them.
Cosign shit.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know. What was that quote? If you can't stand criticism, be nothing, or something like that. You walk out like Pucho was saying, like you walk out your front door, you're gonna be criticized by someone. Like it's gonna happen. So just deal with it.
Yeah.
More in an adult manner, right? I mean, take it with a grain of salt, but I don't know. Social media is weird. I was reading an article probably last week about how it's really been a detriment to society because of the younger teenagers feeling more lonely because all they do is sit on their smartphones and they don't go out and do stuff like we did as kids. Don't come back till the streetlights come on, that sort of mentality. Of course, this pandemic doesn't help, right?
Yeah.
But
yeah, I think social media definitely has its detriments with like image issues, comparing yourself to other people that are no one on the internet's portraying themselves as reality. So you see someone with all their makeup and they're all did up, and then you just rolled out of bed and you look at yourself and it's like you're comparing two different versions of each other. It's like it's not like there's those types of issues. I feel long term though, I wonder like how much of a detriment it is. Like I feel like from like a connections, I don't know. I feel like there's a lot of ways that there's very interesting ways that social media can impact the world. A lot of bad ways too, right? Like there was like the Boston bombing. Social media identified the wrong bomber, and they had like cops running up in this guy's crib and shit. I think as technology grows, like maybe those things will be like better. You
ever read Snow Crash, Puchel?
No.
So it's a cyberpunk dystopian kind of novel, right? But you were talking about like comparing yourself to like these ideal versions of people because they have makeup on and a filter applied and all that shit. In that world, like everything's in like augmented reality all the time, so everyone's got their avatars they have. I think it's Snow Crash. It might be another one, but it's a dystopian novel I was reading where like everyone's got their avatars all the time. But this guy, like his shit starts glitching out, so he sees people like as they are, and everyone just looks like trash because you have these projected avatars over yourself all the time. So why do you need to worry about actually brushing your hair or anything? Right. So his glitched out, and everyone on the train just looks awful because everyone just looks like they have just bedhead and like yellow teeth and just they're wearing like just shitty like sweatpants and a t-shirt or something.
Crazy. That's interesting. That kind of reminded me of Ready Player One for a second. But
yeah, that's what I was just trying to think of the movie. That is that one, right? Where it's like weird. And there's also another movie too where it's like an avatar lobby in the world and everybody's just these fake avatars. And when you look into their real life, it's like this fucking overweight person with mad food all over him and just smelly and shit. And yeah, that's cool.
Yelling for more cheesy poofs.
But yeah, I think like going back to our earlier stuff though, like I feel like when people are posting things like that on social media, they're looking, like Cory said, for someone to validate their feelings, and basically a person being like, yeah, that happened to me. Oh yeah, I had a rough day at work this week, or what are you getting into this weekend? Maybe like that's what they're looking for. We all know that's what they're looking for. They're not looking for you to tell them to dump their current girlfriend. Like that for a fact.
Which ties back into the original topic too, because that's basically what people are looking for. They're looking for that cosign, that validation. I think most of the time people aren't looking for a truthful answer to things. No. I think there's a certain level of like comfort you have to have with a person, and also a little bit of distance. Because I don't think I like your examples y'all have given. I don't think you can do that with a significant other necessarily, because there's a lot of self-esteem and things like that tied into a relationship typically. Like, I don't know, you want your partner to find you sexy all the time. You want your partner to find you desirable. So I think it changes some of the dynamics. Whereas Cory could ask me, hey man, does my belly looking a little big in this shirt? And I can just honestly answer him, because I've known the guy since we were 8 years old, and I'm not trying to sleep with him. Like I care about his feelings, but I don't care about whether he thinks that I find him desirable or not,
Right.
That's funny that you brought that example up, because I do that with Doughboy a lot. Like, Doughboy will wear a shirt that's too tight. And, he's a big guy. And I'd be like, yo, Dough, I don't, like, that might be a little too tight.
But you also volunteer that information.
Yeah, is that unprompted?
Though he doesn't ask you, do you think this shirt is too tight?
I'm looking out for my boy.
Yeah, but he didn't ask you.
You don't need to ask me. As a friend, I'm gonna help you, bro. Just like I would expect the same from you. If I'm wearing some fuckboy shit, let me know. It's simple as that. Yo, Doughboy and Jesus came down from New York one time, and I was wearing fucking like, I guess it was a while ago, like an Echo button down. They're like, yo, you wear Echo? Like, who the fuck wears Echo? These motherfuckers, I didn't ask for it, but they gave it to me. And I never wear Echo again. I swatched up.
They're assholes for that.
Yeah.
Tony, I said this last night, and I'm going to say it again. We're not fuck boys anymore. If anything, we would be fuck men.
Yeah, we're fuck men. And it's just, it's just that thing. It's just like, I told Doe, like, yo, this and that. And we all know Doe's a little bit of the more sensitive one out of us four. And when it comes to certain things, he gets tight. And what the thing is, too, that Doughboy wear the shirt anyways. We got out on the block of New York City, and some chick gave him a good compliment. Yo, fire shirt, dog. Your swag's fire. Doughboy instantly looks at me because someone co-signed it, and he looked at me like, she likes it. I'm like, my bad, though.
Exactly.
Like, all right, cool. Fuck it.
Well, yeah, because like you made him feel self-conscious about it, and then now he's gotten validation enough to say, like, I don't need to value your opinions. Basically, I didn't ask you for your opinion. I didn't need it.
And here's proof it's wrong.
Here's proof that you're wrong. Like, no, for sure. You do the same thing, Tony. I'll tell something to Tony that Tony doesn't like. He'll wait till someone else pulls up, and he'll ask them the question to see if they could give him the validation he was looking for, and then instantly rekindle the argument. He's ammo bagging.
I've never ammo bagged you on that.
You didn't know what you were talking about. You're wrong. I'm right.
I've never ammo bagged you like that.
Tony is still waiting on someone to tell him that his burgers that he made were the best burgers they've ever had.
All of y'all already told me that shit was fire. Fuck out of here. All of y'all. First off, no burgers were burnt in the making of any of that. Not one. Not one was burnt.
I'm gonna call you Blackbeard Burn, something like that. Blackburn, yeah, dude. Them burgers
were not burnt.
They were cooked thoroughly. Okay, they were good. They just could have been cooked less.
And those are shitty frozen burgers. If I had a real, ground burger, fucking freshly made in a package. But nah, man.
What you should do is you should ammo bag this. You know what? I love ammo bagging. You should ammo bag this and attack Doughboy with it.
Oh, you're wait.
Because Doughboy was one of the first to comment on how shitty your burgers were. I didn't think they were shitty at all. I just thought they were a little overdone. And mainly they weren't even. It wasn't not even overdone like that. The main thing was that you smoked out this whole area, and that I found that hilarious. It looked like someone dropped a fucking bomb in this patio. It was intense.
That shit was.
And then the Doughboy's friend was cooking up the burgers, no smoke. So that's where Doughy got the fire in him to try to diss you. I'm just saying you should come at him and be like, "Yo, you dissing me off the burgers? Like I could diss you off of anything now."
No, it's stored. Pooch. The moment this
ammo's
man
been bagged.
Oh yeah, the moment this man cooks something.
He said he never ammo bags them.
In this conversation.
No, I said I never ammo bag Pucho.
He did say that.
Yeah.
He did say that.
I guess.
And you can rewind that clip, motherfucker. I said Pucho. I cannot wait for, you know what? If we all hang out again and his friends there and that person burns something, it's double ammo bag. That's 2 for 1 that I'm going to destroy. And it's mostly Doughboy's fault. Doughboy, if you're gonna be watching this, just know that ammo is coming for you, boy. Coming for you. That's it. That's all I'm gonna say. And I think that pretty much wraps it up for this pod episode. Once again, I want to thank all the listeners and the viewers out there, man. Please hit the like button, subscribe to our YouTube page, the One Up Podcast on Instagram. We're on TikTok. We're on Facebook. Hit the like button, share it with all your friends and family. And we appreciate all of you guys.
Also, big shout out to Cory for stepping up here and joining us today.
Big shout out.
He does also have a YouTube channel. It's not super active.
I haven't had time, but it exists.
He makes some short, funny videos that worth checking out. We'll drop a link or something.
I do want to say now, real quick, I did like your Facebook when you had Corbin and you guys were doing the whole Space Odyssey type vlogger.
Yes,
I thought that was cool.
Captain Corbin's log or whatever it was.
I thought that was really cool.
I should have continued with that. That was really good. And a lot of people liked it.
Yeah, I thought it was cool. But to the listeners and the viewers again, thank you for listening and watching. Please follow us, and so we can continue this voyage.
Subscribe
all the time. Yeah, or scrub side.
We're over 100, y'all. I don't know if we've ever announced that on the show. I think we're 105, 104,
on YouTube.
Like that right now.
Yeah,
105 before we started recording this morning.
And I got over 200 followers on Twitter now.
I'm almost at 100.
Yeah. I'm getting them rookie numbers up, you know.
Well, once again, thank you. This is the One Up Podcast, and I hope you guys enjoyed it. Go one up yourself.